Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm gamesplaining Airship City. Airship City is a 3 to 4 player game that is released this year. I believe that this is the second edition of it, that the first edition was released a year or two back, but 2020 for the release date on the back of this particular version. Now, I have been playing this as a 2-player game, not realizing that it is a 3 or 4 player only game. I haven't noticed a huge issue with doing that. I don't know, I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more to see what the difference on a 3-player game is, but I've been playing it as a 2-player and I haven't really noticed a problem with it. Now my instinct on that may change when I do the Gamesplaination and Gamesplay, because I will do that as a 3-player game because that's what the game itself says it's valued at, is a 3 or 4 player game. I quite enjoyed this game once it's a little bit into it. To get into it though, to get past that point of, oh, what's this game about, is difficult. The whole trying to explain everything that's going on the table with this game is really hard because there's so much happening. Once you're playing, it kind of makes sense and you can kind of track where everything's going. But the actual explanation to start with is really tough, I've found, and I've had to explain it a couple of times to kind of get it onto the table, get it going. The whole idea of this game is they're airships and you can spend resources or money or whatever it is to move one of the lines to make it easier for you to move your ships around. If you've got a ship on this spot, then you can't put a second ship on that, but you get to bounce that to the next spot, going in either other 3 directions. You can get extra ships in eventually, and look, doing all this stuff is a worthwhile thing because you get to action every ship that's on the board. So as with any good worker placement game, the more workers you have, the better you are going to do because the more actions you can do. And this very much is that. The more guys you have, the more airships you have up on that field, the more stuff you'll be able to do, so therefore the better you will do. Getting those extra ships though is really hard. So you kind of need to make a bit of a choice as to which way to go in order to help you get that extra ship or the extra couple of ships if that's what you're going for. There's a lot of stuff going on with this game because every tile has something slightly different that can happen on it, and sometimes it's of no use to you, so you may have to go there because that's the only spot you can go, or you're heading towards something and you haven't been able to get that into the right spot. But the only way to get there is to go onto a tile where you really can't do the thing. It's a nice fun crunch on the game, but it also feels a bit, oh, I'm stuck in these spots until I can move that. And that kind of thing in your head is it's tough. It's really tough. I really enjoyed this game. I have enjoyed the couple of games that I've had of it. I don't think that I've gone as far as I probably should with some of the variations on how to manipulate the board and how to manipulate the points that are coming through. But in the last game I had, my wife was working on one strategy and I was working on another, and they came really close. I think she ended up winning, which is awesome, but they came really close because I was ignoring the strategy she was doing, I was doing for something else. So there's enough going on with this game for you to be able to go one direction and just set your path and go with it, and for it to be competitive. And that's really the big thing that I find with these games that are scored multiple way, there's many paths of victory, is that one of the paths is usually going to win. This is not the case with this game. The finding that path that you want to follow, finding the path that is going to work best for your way of playing is really, really helpful thing. So look, Airship City, I really quite like it. I think it's quite a nice game on the board. I do fear that there's too many little pieces in the box to jumble around, but that's just me and pieces, but that's okay. It keeps the price down. It's fine. I'll get away with it. We'll move forward. Look, go ahead and watch my Gamesplay and Gamesplanation to get a feel for how the game actually plays, get a feel for what it looks like, and get a feel for if this is a game that would sit right with the way you play. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.